There's something about the stillness of 3 a.m. that feels unnerving. It's not just the silence, it's the knowing. The feeling that if something wanted to reach you in the dead of night, no one would hear your screams. That was the hour I made the worst mistake of my life. I joined an obscure chatroom for a laugh, only to find myself trapped in a nightmare I couldn't escape. And it all started with a user named Icarus. I'm what you'd call a night owl. Ever since high school, I've spent my nights gaming, scrolling forums, or delving into weird corners of the internet. That night was no different. I had a soda in one hand and my mouse in the other, lazily clicking through gaming streams, when a link popped up in the chat. The Unseen Network. Only join if you're ready to know the truth. It sounded ridiculous, but I was bored, and curiosity got the best of me. The link led me to a barren-looking website, a single black page with a prompt. Enter your username to chat. Without thinking, I typed Nightcrawler. The chat room was sparse, 10 users, all with cryptic handles like Watcher33 and Omegatruth. Conversations moved at a snail's pace, mostly vague and conspiratorial ramblings about secret societies and government experiments. Then a private message popped up. Icarus, do you believe everything you're told? I stared at the screen, debating whether to respond. My fingers hovered over the keyboard. Before I could type, another message came through. Icarus, don't waste time. They're already watching you. It was the kind of thing you'd expect from a troll, but something about the phrasing sent a chill down my spine. I finally replied, Who's watching me? The response was instant. Icarus, the ones who keep the real world hidden. Let me guess, you're here because you're bored, right? But now you're in deeper than you know. I can prove it, I laughed to myself. Proof? Yeah, right. I typed back. Okay, prove it. Almost immediately, the lights in my room flickered. A coincidence, I told myself. But then my phone buzzed on the desk. A new text message from an unknown number. Don't look outside. My breath caught. It felt like a prank had someone hacked my phone. Against my better judgment, I walked to the window and peeked through the blinds. There was a car parked across the street, its headlights off, but the engine faintly humming. I darted back to my desk, heart pounding. On the chat room, Icarus had typed again. You're already part of the game. They'll come for you if you keep digging, Nightcrawler. What game? Icarus. The one where you don't sleep anymore. The one where shadows move closer when you're not looking. I tried to escape them, but they're always listening. You should leave the chat before it's too late. The ominous tone was enough to make me hover over the browser's close button. But before I could click, another message appeared. Icarus, if you leave now, you'll never know the truth. They'll still find you just slower. The chat room abruptly froze, as if someone had pulled the plug on the entire site. Then my screen glitched. For a moment, the distorted image of a figure appeared, a gaunt, pale face with hollow eyes staring directly at me. I jerked back, almost knocking over my chair. The screen went black, and my computer rebooted itself. I didn't sleep that night. Every creak of the house, every distant sound outside felt amplified, sinister. The car outside was gone when I checked again, but the paranoia lingered. Over the next few days, things only got stranger. My phone buzzed with cryptic texts. It's too late now. Or they see you. The messages came from different numbers, each untraceable one night. I returned home to find my front door unlocked. Nothing was missing, but the air felt heavy, suffocating. In my bedroom, I found a single sticky note stuck to my monitor. Ask Icarus about the house. By now I was too rattled to ignore the warnings. Against my better judgment, I searched for the chat room again. It took hours of scouring forums and message boards, but I finally found a similar link. The same barren page, the same login prompt. I typed my username, and the chat opened to a single message. Icarus, you shouldn't have come back. I typed furiously, demanding answers. What is happening? Who are they, Icarus? You've seen them, haven't you? The car, the notes, the shadows in your room. They want to know how much I've told you. Before I could respond, my screen flickered. A distorted voice crackled through my speakers, low, guttural, and unintelligible. Then, the light went out. I scrambled for my phone, using its weak glow to guide me. A faint tapping sound came from the window, slow, deliberate. My stomach churned as I approached, every instinct screaming to stay away, through the darkness. I saw it, a figure standing just outside the glass, its face shrouded in shadow, its head tilted unnaturally, as if observing me with morbid curiosity. A single message appeared on my phone. Let us in. I don't remember much after that. The police found me the next morning, huddled in the corner of my room, phone clutched in my hand. They claimed there was no sign of a break-in, no evidence of anyone outside. But the sticky note on my monitor was still there. It read, "You've been marked. I don't use my computer at night anymore." The thought of that chat room, of Icarus, haunts me. Sometimes I still hear a faint tapping on the window around 3 a.m., but I never look. If you want to hear about more terrifying stories like this one, check out our next video, The Hidden Room. What lies beneath your home? Don't forget to subscribe if you want more sleepless nights. What do you think?